from the business side, professionally, started to work, as I say, young in the company, went through a number of different positions in the organization, working about every job there was in the business. The thing you do in a family business, you just do every job. I've worked the production lines. Some of you remember the old Amway trucks. I've driven them, loaded them, unloaded them, done whatever needed to be done. Great experience to me. Probably the most significant step in my career at that point was when I was given the opportunity, after having been with the company for many years and worked through all these different positions, was given the opportunity to head up a small division of the company. At that time, it was the international side of our business. The international side of the business then, this is back in the middle 80s, was somewhere around 5 to 10% of the company's overall sales. And so it was a small piece, but they said, Dick, you can take this and run it. By the way, we're not going to expand the number of countries we're in anymore. We decided we're going to stop expanding, so good luck. Well, I did the math. If you do the math, you realize real quickly that there's a big world out there and a huge opportunity for American business, and that we shouldn't have been stopping and not expanding and pushing into the international marketplace and taking advantage of that, selling our stuff to the international marketplace. Now, you know how international business works. Everybody in this room, you understand how it works. It's a pretty straightforward model. It's what we've done, how the model we use to build our business. You make it here, and you sell it there, and you take their money here, and we pay people here. Now, that's the equation that works pretty well for Michigan. And we've been doing that right from the middle 80s. Well, I was able to persuade my father's partner that taking the lid off was a good idea, and thinking differently about the way that our business model could work was a good idea. So, in fact, we expanded the number of countries, but most importantly, it wasn't the expansion, but it was the mental shift, that we moved back into a growth idea, and that we could compete with confidence in the world. And we did pretty soon, about 6 years later. In fact, international sales, non-U.S., non-North American sales, became more than half of our company's overall revenue picture within 6 years. So we became very much an international business. Same thing, though, make it here, sell it there. Same basic model of selling. Basically, it's a lot of the same products. We found something interesting as we're expanding in the international markets. We actually put Made in the USA right in the front label. We hang our heads sometimes in this country as though we ought to be apologizing for American products. We have nothing to apologize for. We proudly put Made in the USA on it, not only because we're proud to be Americans, but because we found something very true. Consumers trusted American products. They knew that what we said was inside was inside. It wasn't just water, it wasn't just something else. It was the product, and it was all going to be there. They trusted American quality standards for safety and security. And so we did well. And we expanded the business. And we created jobs in Michigan as a result of competing and winning in the international marketplace. It seems to me, as I reflect on the responsibility of the governor in Michigan going forward, that we are going to need a governor that understands how to make the international marketplace work for us and how to make the international market a winner for us. We just kind of put on our helmet sometimes and try to pretend it was going to go away. I don't think it's going to go away. So we really only have two choices. Allow it to defeat us or to emerge victorious. We have no other choice. And the governor needs to understand it and be prepared to move us forward in that regard. Well, the business matured, and I had some opportunity to pursue some other things. Actually, was away from the company for a few years. We bought a few small businesses. One that I still own with my wife Betsy. We have a manufacturing company over in Holland that we bought and have built up over the years. And well, I'll just tell you about that. It's a closet company. It makes those organizing systems for closets. You know, the kind that you hang in your closet. It's got the adjustable shelves and the adjustable racks. And so it gives us, more ways to store junk we probably don't need anyway. One of those. But as a very practical matter, I bring that to your attention because if I can't get your vote, I'm hopeful I can at least help you organize your closet. I'm I'm a business guy willing to consider either option with you today. But so we did that, but I was asked to come back and head up the company as president. Well, things were going along reasonably well, but the internet and some changes in the marketplace started to catch up with us. And as we're going along, we began to see the sales curve was moving down and profitability curve was going the wrong way. And I could see very clearly how this movie was going to end if we didn't intervene. And so I stepped in and said, we're just going to have to do something about this. Unfortunately, that was going to mean restructuring our entire company, which we did. That's where Amway and Aldecor came from. People are saying, well, what is Amway, Aldecor, what's it all about? Well, it really was that we fundamentally restructured the entire organization. Some of the things we did, 80% of the company's sales are still done in the Amway name, so we're very much Amway. We're also very much a thing called Access Business Group. We activated our manufacturing capability, which was extraordinary. We had some excess capacity, and we said, we've got to do something about this. We can't be competitive with excess capacity anymore. So a little known story is that we reached out to our competitors and said, look, you're going to compete with us, that's fine, but we can make your product for you. We can make it really well, and we can make it cheaper. And use our plan. So we brought $100 million a year in sales, in business, to Michigan in manufacturing business that other companies were doing.